Hi, Dr. P here to talk about forecasting the success of individual games. In short, it's pretty much impossible. Now, how did I come onto this topic? During an interview with Ben Maddox for the 5 Games for Doomsday podcast, he asked if I was surprised by the success of Dungeons & Dragons. Well, I have to say I hadn't really thought about it. Certainly as the first prominent RPG, there was an obscure 20th century wargame RPG before it, you'd expect it to dominate just as Magic the Gathering dominates CCGs because of that prominence in a new category. So in my answer to Ben, I took this point of view. If publishers cannot tell which of their games will be very successful and which not, and they can or they'd make a lot more money, then how can we hope to foresee the long-range success of a particular game? Now, I have to confess I'm skeptical about any kind of forecast of history. Most people don't even recognize trends while they're happening or after they've lived through them. I just don't see how we can forecast things, but of course we have a whole category of people, futurists, who claim to do just that. Now, there's a caveat here. If a lot of money is spent on advertising, then the game is likely to sell well, and this applies primarily to video games. The game might not sell as well as hoped, but it will sell pretty well at least. Too many people just can't wait and buy a heralded game as soon as it's available, even though it may turn out to be a dog. I'm not sure that advertising applies to tabletop games. I don't know that it has a lot of influence, but it does in video games. You see the same difficulties in forecasting in fiction, film, music. Human tastes just aren't predictable. Thanks for listening.